I think we're live.
I think so too. Welcome. Hi friend, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Welcome to Wednesday, Cooking with Cat and Steph. We're going to do barbecue chicken, green beans, mashed potatoes, and pumpkin pie smoothie. Lovely. All right, so let's get started. And I'm going to finish my coffee here while we're doing this, so pardon me, because I still have it in my hand. So we're not going to cook a chicken in front of you tonight. We got a rotisserie chicken because they're easy.
Yes,
they're delicious.
Sometimes you just don't have time to cook, so you stop and pick up a rotisserie chicken. That was us today.
And you can do a lot of things with it. So we're going to use the dark meat.
Yes.
You want to give us a little more info on why we're doing that? I mean, I know why, but we're going to.
She's giving me a chance to talk. That's so nice.
I take over sometimes.
No, that's not what she doesn't. That's fine. So I think the reason that we're going to try, we've done many things with chicken, and typically the chicken comes out a little dry.
Yeah.
Because we've always used the breast.
Yeah.
So today we're going to use the thigh and the dark meat, the thigh and leg meat, because there is a little more fat in the leg and thigh, and we're hoping that it will blend better. It will blend
smoother on the end.
And then also for those with dysphagia, it oftentimes does not hurt for you to have a little extra fat in your meal.
And I'm going to say, for those without dysphagia, it also doesn't hurt for you to sometimes have a little more fat in your meal, because fat is not the enemy. So, dietitian blurb. Okay, we like you to stick with healthy fat, but every once in a while, it's okay. All right, so
which one are we starting with?
Let's start with the chicken, because I think the green beans and the mashed potatoes are going to go really quick. We're just using mashed potatoes. Last week, we took the bag and we poured it into a jar because we used a little bit to thicken something we did last week. So I'm just going to make some mashed potatoes with some water I have on the stove and our potato flakes. I think these are just butter flavored potatoes. So, and then if we need a little bit of liquid, Stephanie found this cool thing. It's 1 cup servings of broth, which if you're like me and you don't need the whole quart container and it sits in your fridge until you throw it out,
you
don't waste it this way.
Small amount.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and it comes 4 to a pack.
So we've got our barbecue sauce, which I'm going to hand to you since you're going to do that chicken.
And I've got the leg and the thigh here, and I pulled the wing off as well, just in case we need a little more to round out the meal. So it was not a huge rotisserie chicken. It's kind of tiny. So I'm just going to pull the pieces off and put it in the blender cup. And I am not taking off all of the fat. I'm taking some of it. I'm not pulling all of it, but
mashed potatoes, right like that. Would you believe that I've never used these before until we started doing this?
I do believe that.
I'm in love with them now. Just FYI, it might be my new favorite thing.
It's just freeze-dried potatoes.
It's so perfect. I didn't get enough water in here. I poured too much liquid into too much into my thing. So the great thing about these is that even if you want to make potatoes from scratch and then you add too much liquid or whatever, you can always add a little more of the powder or the flakes to get it the consistency you need. So look at that. Mashed potatoes.
All right. I'm going to wash my hands real quick.
Okay. And those are hot because that water was really hot. So don't burn yourself. Okay. I'm going to grab just a little bit of foil and tent it over this so that it doesn't get too chilly.
Okay. I have Carolina barbecue sauce here. So that's what we're using. Your favorite barbecue sauce, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to use. And I'm just going to put, I don't know, about a teaspoon.
You can always add more.
You can always, yes, and you can add that even after you blend. And then I'm also going to add a little bit of this chicken broth.
So let me ask you, because in our experience with doing chicken, if we add fat, it typically tends to blend a little bit smoother. Because we're using the dark meat, do you want to add a little bit of oil or fat, or do you want to just see how it goes?
I'd rather see how it goes because there was fat on the chicken itself. So I'd rather use the natural than make it different.
Okay.
So I am just using
Right.
this blender today.
Okay.
Make sure, because you have to turn it upside down. That may not be enough.
So with meats, you are most likely going to need to blend it twice.
I am going to put just a touch more.
Liquid. And I got the spatula for you because
Good deal.
you might need to. Don't be afraid to blend it again.
Yeah, it's nice and it's
thick.
It's thick. It's somewhat smooth, but it's
There's some
it's
chunks
neat.
in there.
Yep. Go ahead.
Scrape that. Maybe try to get it all incorporated a little bit so it comes off the sides. Okay.
Now, if you have a blender with the top, if you're using a blender with the top, just take the top off and push it down and add. That might be a little bit easier if you're having to experiment with the amount.
Okay.
I'm going to shake it up. And then get it down. So one of the things I noticed with this one, every time I push it down, it and
Say
I
that
like
again.
because they didn't hear me.
Yeah.
Every time I push it down, it kicks it back up, so it kind of mixes it a little bit.
So you know
better.
everything's getting mixed.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of power inside that machine. Okay. Good. So now, if this is a little bit too thin for you, we can always take some of these potato flakes and add a little bit in to thicken it back up. If it's
pretty smooth too. You want to try it?
I do. It's good. It's still got that chicken dryness to it.
Does it?
But
Okay.
if you can tolerate that, it's perfectly smooth. But if you can't tolerate that dryness, put some gravy on it. Or more barbecue sauce. And more barbecue sauce. I think it needs more barbecue sauce.
Blend it in or mixed?
I think maybe just put on top and mixed in.
Okay. So I'm going to pour it into this little
Dish.
fun ramekin.
Beautiful. Yeah. I also love barbecue sauce. It is my favorite condiment.
Is it?
It is. So I eat barbecue sauce on, I'll eat it on most anything.
Wow, I did not know that about
Yeah.
you.
My husband will pull it out of the fridge anytime we have anything because it's my go-to for fries, potatoes, a burger, pork loin, everything. The puppies are gracing us with their presence right now, so. Okay, so this looks nice. Let me see if I can hold this up just a little bit. Okay. Good, good. Okay. Ooh, and I spilled just a teeny tiny drop over there. Just down the side a little bit, not anywhere.
Oh.
So, good.
Let me try
Okay.
it. It does have a little bit of the dryness, but
It's not bad.
not as much as breast would.
Mm-hmm. Very good. I like it. Okay, so
I think I'm hungry because this is really good. Okay, and
this is why you don't go to the grocery store when you're hungry, because you buy too much. But when you're hungry and you're eating, it's a good thing. It's what's supposed to happen.
right.
Okay, so
Right,
now
next.
we're gonna do some green beans, and then we're gonna make a smoothie. And do you want to start on the smoothie, and I'll rinse this out and start on the green beans?
Sure.
What do you think?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna clean this out while she gets our smoothie
Out.
ready. Okay.
All right, so this is an interesting recipe for pumpkin pie smoothie. So it calls for pumpkin puree, which I have. It calls for a half a cup. I was going to do it into a fort to make it last, but we'll just do the whole thing. How about that? Okay, pumpkin puree. Believe it or not, it calls for a banana. I think that helps to give it its
It's definitely a breakfast smoothie recipe then.
banana.
Texture and fiber. Well, the pumpkin's good fiber, but the banana's good fiber also.
It'll also give it that consistency too, I think.
Nice and smooth.
Okay, a banana. It calls for vanilla yogurt, 6 ounces of vanilla yogurt. I didn't have vanilla yogurt, but I do have non-fat Greek yogurt. I don't know why I got non-fat. I don't usually get non-fat.
Oh,
My watch is talking
Google
to me.
is ready to help us.
How many ounces is this?
It's usually about 6 ounces.
Okay, good. We're going to do the whole thing. So this is not going to be as sweet as a vanilla yogurt would be, but it does call for honey. So I'm going to put a little extra honey into it.
Okay. I have the green beans here. I am going to add a little bit of chicken broth. I know I have a little bit of the juice from the can of green beans, but I'm going to add just some broth just because that'll give it a little more flavor too.
I'll wait on this now.
Sorry, I'm just, our space is limited today.
Yeah, we're
Okay, this will go quick. I think it'll go quick. I think I'm gonna need to do it one more time. Smells like
green beans.
green beans. Delicious.
It's really thin.
It's really thin. I added too much liquid. I think I got worried that it wasn't gonna that they were gonna be a little stringy, and I shouldn't have been worried. But I can always add a little bit of that potato. So
Or more beans.
Or yeah, I could add a few more beans too. So
Let's see. Oh, it may be okay.
I'm gonna give this see how smooth it is. Oh yeah, it's smooth.
Okay.
Okay. So I don't know if we can see the color on here because it's a little bit. Oh yeah. Okay. Ooh, as I
Here you go.
drip it. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right.
Okay.
I want to try it. Wow, that tastes
Just
like green beans.
Green beans. Imagine that. Okay. So then we can take our potatoes and add them here as well. And I'm going to add a little more water to these now that
They have
they've
gotten
sat
pretty
because
thick.
they've gotten super thick. Okay. So, as I interrupted you as you were doing your smoothie.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So, you can buy any flavor yogurt, or if you want plain yogurt, add some vanilla.
Yeah.
Or do what Stephanie's doing and...
I do have vanilla down there. I would have, yeah, if I had thought about that. Wow.
That's okay.
So I'm going to take a little bit of honey. This is honey from my bees. So
exciting. Okay.
Put some honey in there. It calls for 2 teaspoons. So I'm going to put a little more just because I don't have the sweetness of the yogurt.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't like a ton of sweet, you don't have to add as much.
No.
But honey honey's good for you. Don't feed it to an infant. But because it's not pasteurized typically, so don't buy raw honey and feed it to an infant. But for everyone else, it's fine.
And then it calls for 3 tablespoons of milk. So I am adding that.
And I believe your milk is vanilla flavored also.
That is true. Because I am using vanilla flavored oat milk.
Yep.
You are right.
Yep.
I have real milk in there, but for whatever reason, I typically grab for the oat milk, and so I grabbed the oat milk. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And then the fun part,
spice.
It calls for, actually, I don't even know that I wrote it down. It doesn't matter. So
you can always add more.
A teaspoon-ish. And then it calls for 6 ice cubes.
Oh, interesting. This is definitely a breakfast shake. But the great thing about any fruit shake, even though it's pumpkin, so I don't know if I should call that a fruit, but you can eat it for breakfast or dessert. And you can add protein to it if you need a little more protein as well. So
shake it around in here. I'm doing this in my smoothie, my Ninja smoothie. It's a smoothie maker. Turn that on,
cool.
And we'll go to the... I'm going to stop it real quick.
Try to shake it up a little more.
Yeah.
Do you want a spoon or something to try to get down there?
It's getting there.
Okay. Elbow grease.
Who needs to dirty up another
utensil?
We're going to shake it. This is my exercise today.
There you go.
Okay, so I mixed it all in.
Okay.
We'll try this again. And we'll go to the Nutri Ninja.
Now it's getting it. All right.
Beautiful, thick. It is a smoothie. It is not pudding-like, so it's thin because of the milk that was put in it. Mm-hmm. And I thought I had some whipped cream. Mm-hmm. But I think I brought it to work for that pie contest.
Yes.
So it's in my fridge at work.
Yes. But you have...
I have Cool Whip.
Cool Whip.
I do have Cool Whip.
Which...
Funny how you knew that, and... I didn't.
I made myself at home.
That's yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. So
beautiful.
Ready?
I love these little glasses. We got these at a thrift store.
It's
FYI.
For $1.
Yes.
One for you.
Yay.
One for me.
I'm digging this dinner.
It's quick and easy because we stopped and bought the
chicken. This is
chicken.
So lovely.
And the beans.
So I'm just taking a dollop of Cool Whip and I'm going to put it.
And I am going to take.
Oh yeah, me too.
a little extra. Now, if you don't like the pumpkin or don't have the pumpkin pie spice, you can use nutmeg, you can use cinnamon, whatever you have. But this makes it pretty.
I'm gonna have to take a picture.
Absolutely.
You know.
So we can take a picture of our meal here. Hold. Hold, please. Hold, please.
That's adorable. Okay, so we have this. I'm gonna move this. I'm not gonna drop it. So we have this beautiful little plate here for our one camera to see. Hey, look, I did it without dropping the camera this time. And there's that one. Okay, I love it.
Nice job.
All right, everyone. It's been a pleasure serving you today.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you, my friend.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. This is the energy you need to get through the rest of the week.
It's very
I'm going to get some on my nose.
banana-y.
Very banana.
Imagine that with all that banana in there. It's very good.
You can do it without the banana. You can do it with more pumpkin, less banana. You can do it with, yeah, lots of options.
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese instead of yogurt. You can just omit the yogurt altogether. You can add protein powder and make it for breakfast.
That's what I was going to do.
Grab your protein powder so we can talk about that before we say goodbye.
I was going to add some protein powder to it. So go ahead.
This is vanilla flavored. So that would have contributed. And it's not crazy sweet, which is what I like about honey. So tell us about this egg protein that you have.
So I don't do well with a whole lot of lactose. So I try to find protein powders that are lactose free, or the protein isolate, the whey isolate. But this one I found is an egg protein, and I use it for my smoothies or breakfast. I make protein coffee with this, so I get the vanilla flavors, so it makes like a latte. So I end up with 24 grams of protein with my coffee in the morning.
So wonderful.
But what I like about it is that because it's egg, it whips very well. So it makes the foam on my latte.
So it's kind of like a cappuccino.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can use this in almost anything. And you said there's an unflavored one.
There is an unflavored one. There's a chocolate one also.
So if you get the unflavored one, you could technically add it to your mashed potatoes. You could add it to anything. You could even add it to the green beans, the chicken here. If you are struggling with protein, it's a great option.
And a very easy way to add it into your diet.
Yeah.
Unflavored would go into anything.
Yeah, I love that idea. Okay. If you have questions, concerns, issues, more questions, dysphasiaduo@gmail.com. You can also, of course, find us here on Facebook. And we are adding our videos to YouTube now, so you may find us on YouTube and Instagram. So we look forward to hearing from you. If you need help with swallowing, join us on our journey in helping you. That's a convoluted way of saying we want to help you on your journey. So I never said I wasn't awkward.
It's all good.
Call us. Oh yeah, phone number also.
Oh yeah.
574-475-7285.
She asked the wrong person to remember our phone number.
All right, everybody. It's been a pleasure getting to serve you today. Have a great week.
And we'll see you next week.
Yes, we will.
Bye.